is Cgtn, China Global Television Network.
Live from Cgtn Beijing, this is Asia Today.
Hello there and welcome to the program. I'm Xiaocheng in Beijing, where it's 7 p.m. We begin with the latest on the Asian Games. Top of the order is tennis, and top seed Zheng Qingwen defeated her fellow Chinese Zhu Ling to clinch the gold medal in women's singles at the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Center earlier today. The 20-year-old Zheng toppled fifth seed Ons Jabeur of Tunisia in this year's U.S. Open to become the youngest Chinese player in the Open era to reach a quarterfinal at a Grand Slam event. In this all-Chinese final in Hangzhou, Zheng eases to a 6-2, 6-4 victory over Zhu, earning a quota at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympics. It is the host nation's fifth straight victory in the event at the Asian Games and second time in a row to finish 1-2. Here is how the medal table looks on day 6 of the Hangzhou Asian Games as of 6:30 tonight. China remains on top with 98 golds for an overall total of 183 medals. South Korea sits in second with 24 golds, followed closely by Japan with 21. India and Thailand round out the top 5, while the Hong Kong SAR remained in the 7th with 5 golds and 32 medals overall. And that's some of today's highlights at the Hangzhou Asian Games. Up next is my colleague Cin Ziyuan with our special series Beyond the Arena.
Welcome to Beyond the Arena, our special segment on the Hangzhou Asian Games. Behind me is the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Stadium and the 10,000-seat tennis center. Here in the studio, we will explore the pride, sweat, and sacrifices made by all competing athletes. In partnership with media organizations across Asia, we will bring you the human stories behind the competition and present diverse perspectives on the quadrennial sporting spectacle. Joining me in the studio is Lam Hoi, the supervisor engineering of Hoi TV, and Nicholas Fong, the director and chief editor of Macau Sports Weekly. Thank you for joining us. Well, Hong Kong athletes are continuing to add their medal haul at this year's Asian Games. The team sent its strongest lineup with high hopes they would improve on their previous results. Let's take a look.
Aiming high at the Hangzhou Asian Games, Hong Kong's delegation sent 660 athletes, including Olympic medalists. For one, the experience started with carrying the flag of the Special Administrative Region.
This is my last time at the Asian Games, so it's even more meaningful to me.
The 35-year-old player won a history-making Asian Games gold medal on Tuesday. The CEO of Hong Kong China Rugby said people might be surprised to see the rise in sports popularity in China.
There are, more than a dozen professional men's and women's teams in the provinces in China, and they play a series of provincial 7 series tournaments every year. So, there's plenty of rugby out there.
Athletes and officials are hoping for good results from the Hong Kong team.
I hope the players can perform better at the Asian Games. We've always wanted to visit Hangzhou. It's great to see the motherland developing so well, and we hope for good results from this year's Asian Games.
The team got off to a good start on Sunday when rowers Lam Sandong and Wang Waijun won the city's first gold. Olympic gold fencer Edgar Zhang Galong took another. As of Thursday, the Hong Kong team stood 7th in the medal table with 5 gold, 8 silver, and 14 bronze medals. Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee praised their achievements.
I admire the strength, hard work, and perseverance of Hong Kong athletes. The results are strong proof of their abilities. They deserved it after years of training. I am very encouraged. On behalf of Hong Kong, I would like to express my pride and thank them for bringing glory to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong athletes were taking part in 18 sports on Friday, hoping for more medals.
Macau has long been identified as a powerhouse for the sport of martial arts, also known as wushu. The city has been celebrating over the past week as talented martial artist Li Yi secured its first gold medal at this year's Asian Games.
31-year-old Li Yi has made Macau proud with its first gold medal at the 19th Asian Games. In a dazzling display of skill and determination, Li narrowly outperformed her Hong Kong rival by 0.03 points in the women's Chang Chuan final on Monday. Chang Chuan, or long fist, is a competitive martial art originating from northern China. This hard-won victory was Macau's third gold medal since its Asian Games debut in 1990. It also made Li Yi the first female athlete in Macau's history to win a gold medal at the Asian Games.
I didn't let the people down. I held on to the belief throughout a year of postponement. Everyone has been working very hard this year.
In Macau, Li is fondly referred to as Da Shijie, which translates to Big Sister in English. The nickname reflects people's faith in her ability and maturity. Recognized as a symbol of the city's long-standing strength in martial arts, she previously claimed 2 silver medals in earlier Asian Games as well as 2 World Championships. Li attributes her achievements in part to her unwavering mind. She believes that for a person who is used to perseverance, to keep going is much easier than giving up. Li's triumph follows an earlier accomplishment by fellow Macau athlete Song Chi-kwan, who won a bronze medal in the same martial arts discipline. Their victories have earned widespread applause from people in both Macau and the Chinese mainland. This year, Macau sent a 273-member delegation, including 183 athletes, to the Asian Games. They are competing across 21 sports.
So now let's talk to Lam Hoi, the supervisory engineer of Hoi TV. Help us understand, how do you feel about the vibe here of the Asian Games?
I really enjoy the Asian Games, and although there are many events every day and interview, but I really love it.
And I heard you have been exploring around the West Lake. What are some of your observations?
Yeah. It's a beautiful place, and I can run around along the West Lake. And in the morning, there are so many people doing the exercise. And at the evening, there is so many people dancing there.
And Nicholas Fong, you're definitely a veteran covering the sports event. And help us understand, you told me you have been covering 6 Asian Games.
That's right.
Yeah, so first of all, tell me how the Macau teams are performing.
Wow, the Macau team is magnificent this year. And first of all, I'd like to wish all the media members who are now working in different Hangzhou sports events passionately. Our very, very happy Mid-Autumn Festival. Yeah, and about the Macau team. This week, only this week, we have won 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal, and 2 bronze medals. And also our chief executive officer, Mr. Ho Sing, who was in the venue when Li Yi, the wushu girl, who won the gold medal. This is quite encouraging. And I think that the whole Macau city is also very, very happy during this time. Yeah.
And how do you, from your observation, how do you see the Asian Games are different across different cities, different countries? What are the differences that you observe that are happening here in Hangzhou?
Yeah, the difference is right now, I can see that Hangzhou right now is very, very modernized, and also because I was here about 10 years ago, but very high tech these 2 years. Yeah, and all the venues. And one thing is very, very impressive. You know, during other Asian Games for the Wi-Fi service, we have to do 1 password, 1 code in 1 venue, and then you go to another venue, we have to do another code, another password. But this time, you only got 1 password, one code, and then you can access the Wi-Fi service in all the venues in Hangzhou. That's why very, very impressive.
And what are some of your experiences in terms of the technology that Nicholas has talked about?
Yes, the technology is very high, and broadcast equipment and is high level. They are provide enough the support to us.
And I also want to follow up, what are some of the expectations for Macau team coming up?
Coming up, we have karates, we have Dragon Boat racings, we have also some, taekwondo and other sports events. We are thinking that we can have more cheerful times during our stay in Hangzhou.
And because, as you just mentioned, today is the Mid-Autumn Festival, let's go live to my colleague Zhao Yunfei in the Athletes Village, and obviously there are so many celebrations happening there. So my colleague Zhao Yunfei is live for us there. How is the mood at the village, Yunfei?
Well, many celebrations are going on. I'm here, it's just that one of them. This is a market in the Athletes Village, and there is a market with intangible cultural heritage. Now you can see behind me there are several booths. Let me show you several booths over here. Look over here, there's a demonstration of lanterns. So you can see there's this one is actually one of the most popular lanterns because they're giving this away for free to the athletes. But there are all sorts of different lanterns over here. There's a rabbit one because rabbit is basically an animal that people would go for during this special Mid-Autumn Festival. Now, lanterns are very, some of the traditional things that people would use to celebrate when, at the lunar calendars, when the moon turns to full moon. For example, we have the Lantern Festival right after the Lunar New Year, and also at the Mid-Autumn Festival, it's also another full moon, so people just take lanterns. Now, over here on this street, there are different intangible cultural heritage. There are paper cutting, there are wood painting, there are more different kinds of things. There are also, let's see, there's a shadow puppet. What is shadow puppet? Let me show you behind me. Now, what is going on is a demonstration of the shadow puppet. It looks like this is the story of how Chang'e, the ancient Chinese figure, has gone to the moon, and that's why Chinese people believe that Chang'e live in the moon. So the actors and actresses are using the puppet, and they're performing behind this this screen, and then using the shadow, you'll be able to see the story very vividly. Now it's very interesting. So there are three paralleled events, as I mentioned, going on over here in this Athletes Village to celebrate the festival. And before I go, Ziyuan, we talked to several athletes and the head of the volunteer department, and they tell us how they're celebrating the day.
I think it means a lot that foreign athletes get the chance to enjoy the Mid-Autumn Festival here in China. The Hangzhou Asian Games is more than just a sporting event. It's a platform for cultural communication. With this platform, our volunteers are able to introduce Chinese traditional culture and art to athletes, officials, and media personnel from around the world.
In Malaysia, we also hold some activities to celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival. But for me, I just stay with my family, watch TV, and eat mooncakes. This is the first time I've had the chance to experience this traditional art.
Well, thank you, Yunfei, for the latest. My colleague Wu Bing is at the Xihu or Westlake, one of the most popular spots for people to watch the full moon when it comes to Mid-Autumn. Well, Wu Bing showed us around.
Hi Ziyuan, happy Mid-Autumn Festival first, and I'm currently standing very near to the Westlake, and to be honest, I cannot think another place that's more romantic to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival than the Westlake, because the Westlake boasts one of the most romantic stories, love stories. It's called The Legend of White Snake. You must have heard it, and behind me actually you see that bridge with all the lights. It's where the love story begins. It's where the main characters met for the very first time, and you see now it's become one of the most famous tourist attractions in the city, and many people are still now going to the bridge and have a look to celebrate this occasion. And the weather tonight around Westlake is actually not very good. Just minutes ago, before we start our show, it's been raining, and it's still raining right now, so the moon has disappeared behind the cloud, but that doesn't stop people from coming to the Westlake and enjoy this this very special occasion, no matter with their friends or loved ones or being alone. The most important thing is just to enjoy, share the same sentiment. And I think this year the Mid-Autumn Festival is a little bit special, since the 19th Asian Games is held in Hangzhou, and the Asian Games and the Mid-Autumn Festival just met with each other, and we have athletes from across Asia coming all the way to compete during the 2 weeks. And but in different countries we may have different customs and festivals, but we talked to a lot of athletes because we did a live streaming this afternoon, and actually some of the regions and countries share the same festival, and some of the regions, they probably don't have the Mid-Autumn Festival, but they also share the same appreciation of the moon. So you see that I think by this occasion we really the different athletes were coming together. We really show to the world a united, open, and inclusive Asia. And I would like to say that we and all the athletes, we share the same sky, share the same appreciation of the moon, and it's just a romantic evening. I hope all the athletes could enjoy the night. Zuyan.
Well, thank you, Fu Bing, for the latest from the Westlake. At the Asian Games in Hangzhou, delegations from several Asian countries took a boat trip on the iconic Westlake to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. Cao Bing joined them for the ride. Here's the story.
A flickering bridge and tower, gleaming ripples of the surface of water, and clear moonlight. Athletes, coaches, and officials from several Asian countries are taking a boat trip on the Westlake in the heart of Hangzhou to celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival. The World Heritage Site offers a beautiful view under a full moon.
The view and atmosphere is it's so exciting to witness this great spot, very popular among I think all the travelers here, and I enjoyed every moment of this trip.
There's a taste too of traditional foods.
Very tasty.
Well, Asian countries share a lot of similarities in how they celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival, such as eating the mooncake. But they also have some distinctive customs under their different cultural backgrounds.
In Vietnam, we also celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. We also have family reunion and admire the moon together. But in Vietnam, our Mid-Autumn Festival is also the Children's Day, with many children celebrate the festival together.
In Laos, we don't have the Mid-Autumn Festival, but the Bang Lai Hiva 5 Festival, which is quite similar. People adorn the city with lanterns parade. So here at the Mid-Autumn, I feel like home.
Music also brings people together. For athletes, coaches, and officials, the Hangzhou Asian Games mean more than just competition. They're also about sportsmanship, interaction, and making more friends. And with the cheers, laughter echoing across the boat, the celebratory trip conveys the spirit of the Games, heart to heart at future. Cao Bing, Cgtn, Hangzhou, Zhejiang Province.
China is not the only country that celebrates the Mid-Autumn Festival. Countries like Japan, Vietnam, Singapore, and Thailand are also celebrating the special day. Here are the Mid-Autumn Festival wishes in different languages.
Chúc các bạn Trung thu vui vẻ. ขอให้ทุกท่านมีความสุข
Kyrgyzstan의 바이레민 돌기.
शुभ पूर्णिमा उत्सव.
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival!
祝大家中秋节快乐!
So we continue our discussion here with Mr. Lim Hui as well as Nicholas Fong. Help us understand, how are you celebrating this special day today, Lim Hui?
Today we have the college to celebrate the Moon Festival, and they have a big lunch, and we are happy to in the canteen.
And Nicholas, how are your...
First of all, we will WeChat all the guys. That is the modern way. We WeChat, and then you have your phone, ding, 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 ding.
The technology
perspective.
The
technology festival. And also we have already told all our members tonight we will have some moon cakes and cake to pieces to celebrate with ourselves in Hangzhou, this beautiful city.
And according to your experience, since you have been to 6 Asian Games, how do you see the Hangzhou's Asian Games has been promoting its culture, especially for all the athletes coming together for performances that are happening tonight? So what are your observations? Yeah,
observation is very good. First of all, this morning when I go to the canteen, you have Shangmo. Yeah, Shangmo, I love, many beautiful dresses like Shang in the canteen, and then saying good morning and saying. And also when we come here, you have in the MMC, in the media center, you have different musics celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival. It's quite very, very beautiful, even very nicely organized and nicely prepared, so that also in the media village we have different countries people here, and they can see our culture. And also you have beautiful statues of white rabbits also in the media village. And I think this is quite good to promote our culture to other countries' people and to other countries' media members.
And how do you see the relationship with sports and also cultural exchanges, because you're such a veteran in covering sports? How do you see the roles are playing in, for example, sport competition? You have been also covering a lot of international events.
I think sports and cultures can be linked up together. Every time you go to a sports event, you have music before that. You have just like the opening ceremony. You have many young guys coming, doing sports, and also you have the culture. Just like this time's opening ceremony, you have the Jiangnan's beautiful sceneries, and also the culture of Hangzhou and Zhigang, together with the promotion of the sports event. That's a very, very good combinations. And also in other countries, they will do the same things. And this time, our in Hangzhou is doing a very good job too.
And for Lim Hui, what are your observations? Especially, I know you definitely spend a lot of time in the main media center.
People to people exchange is very good. We feel the good feeling with the other country people.
And also, I want to follow up with Nicholas as well. So what are some of the expectations for you coming with the Mid-Autumn Festival? Does it add a little different special taste to coverage of this year's Asian Games?
Yes, it's quite different this time because I have to spend my Mid-Autumn Festival here with our colleagues and also with all the sports events. And also it's good to have, especially this time, because the China team has won a lot of gold medals this time. So it's for me it's good to celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival with all the athletes and all the people in China who is also celebrating the winning of gold medals with China team. Yeah, I think it's very special.
Well, we wish you a happy Mid-Autumn Festival for you too.
You too.
And that wraps up for today's edition of Beyond the Arena. I'm Chen Ziyuan, and throughout the day we will have more of the coverage happening on the same day, of the same time of every single day until the end of the games. And that's all I have for now. A happy Mid-Autumn Festival from Hangzhou.
Thank you. That was Seng Ziyuan reporting and hosting the Games Special from Hangzhou. And the Mid-Autumn Festival also marks the beginning of China's National Day holiday that runs through October the 6th. Authorities forecast an average of close to 1.6 million daily inbound and outbound passenger trips during the holiday, a threefold increase from last year. For the first day of the holiday, over 20 million passenger trips are forecast, and more than 1,800 trains have been added. On Thursday, railway stations alone in Beijing saw over 740,000 passengers. Many airlines have rolled out services for viewing the full moon in the sky. Also, about 720,000 people are expected to travel daily between Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland. Air travel between Taiwan and the mainland will also see a boom, with about 25,000 passenger trips expected. Our reporter Lucy Ray has more on the holiday from Beijing.
So according to the data from the Beijing Municipal Transportation Commission, at 3:15 yesterday, the Beijing traffic index rose to 8.1, reaching a severe congestion level. We're also going to talk about the mooncake economy. As an important traditional festival food, mooncakes have shown a trend of diversification in recent years, with both traditional and innovative flavors gaining the attention and favor of various consumers. So in Inner Mongolia, some DIY events for snow skin mooncakes have attracted many residents. Also, the Cantonese region has always had the tradition of moon watching, lantern admiring, and eating mooncakes. So some international students in China and volunteers came together to make traditional paper lanterns and special mooncakes. I also have some preview for this year's Mid-Autumn Festival Gala, and this recording location for this year's Mid-Autumn Festival Gala has been set in Yibin, Sichuan. And prior to the gala, the content of the gala was revealed through live broadcasts as a way to preheat and build anticipation for the Mid-Autumn Festival Gala, which is different from previous practices when they prefer to keeping the guest list secret until the gala happens.
And that's it for this edition of Asia Today. I'm Xia Cheng in Beijing. Thanks for being with us. Coming up next is Dialogue. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome back to your weather news update. I'm your host today, Mark Regan, and today we'll take a look at our Asia forecast. Now, remnants of a low pressure system have made landfall over into Indochina Peninsula, and with that here, we're going to see a lot of rainfall building up over the next couple of days. But what's more here is we're going to see the pattern of that low pressure system as it passes through areas of Indochina Peninsula. We are going to see that circling back in a westward fashion over the Bay of Bengal. And as this occurs, we are going to see this intensifying, and this could turn into a cyclonic storm system. So with that in mind, as we see that passing through here over into Saturday, we are going to see effects here mainly over in the areas of southern Myanmar and over in western Thailand. Very extreme amounts of rainfall to be expected here at torrential or even extremely torrential amount of downpours here for Saturday. And even as we go over into Sunday here, we'll start to see that making its way further over into areas of southern Myanmar and near the Bay of Bengal. So with that, a lot of intense rainfall will be an expectation. Now, despite all of that rainfall, we are going to expect to see day high temperatures relatively warm and hot, over 30 degrees, very hot and muggy, which is very characteristic of areas of Indochina Peninsula. So here we'll see in Singapore 33-day highs, 35-day highs over into Kuala Lumpur with that light rainfall. Bangkok 33 in light rain, about light to moderate rainfall over in Vientiane, and 34-day highs in Hanoi with light rainfall as well. That does it for me today. Thanks for watching. Up next is your city forecast. Bye.
This is CGTN, China Global Television Network.